Let's continue with our checkmates in one. This is a study 33D. So again, we are learning about the checkmates in one, and please take a piece of paper, or if you want, you can even print the same puzzles from the book Checkmate in One, and let's practice together. So what do we have here? Queen and the rook. So the question is, how do we checkmate the black king? Do we play rook d1 check or rook e7? Which one is a checkmate? The correct move is rook e7 because the black king cannot move. Let's go to the puzzle number 122. Here we have queen and the bishop surrounding the black king. Checkmate in one move. Okay, this one should be easy, right? Queen e7, and this kind of puzzle we had before in previous 33 studies, like in 33A or 33B. We had a couple of those puzzles. So checkmate. Let's go to 123. We have here rook and the bishop together. Rook to h7, checkmate. That's the only check. Let's go to number 124. Again, immediately look at the pieces that you have. We have a rook on g7, a rook on f3, pawn on e2, pawn on c4. So how do we checkmate the black king? Okay, if you found this move, rook g4, checkmate. Black king trapped in the center of the board. Let's go to 125. Again, right away I see knight around the king, the queen, bishop, yeah, can help for attack. So what can we do here? Checkmate. Queen h8, checkmate in one row move, right? The knight is supporting the queen and there is nothing to do here. Let's go to 126. We have a queen and a rook. They can support each other. We also have a pawn on e4 that can help for a checkmate. What's the correct move here? Queen to e7. We take a pawn, rook supports the queen, checkmate. Let's see 127. Now, what do we have here? Queen on h8, bishop on f5 can help. And we have a pawn on h5. We also have a pawn on d5. Checkmate in one move. Okay, tell me, which one is correct? Bishop e6 or bishop g6? Correct move is bishop to g6, checkmate. Because if you go to e6, the black rook can capture the bishop. So let's play bishop to g6. And 128. We have a knight on f6, bishop on g6, rook on h7. We can surround the black king. Correct move is rook to f7. By any other move, like we cannot play rook h8 because rook can capture our rook. We cannot play knight to d7 because bishop takes. So this is correct move, rook f7. If you need more time, if I'm going too fast, then just pause the video and you can write down your moves and then continue again. Okay, let's see this one. What do we have here? 129. I see rook helping for attack, queen, knight, three pieces surrounding the black king. Was the correct move? Queen g7 or knight g6? I hope you found queen g7. Rook is supporting the queen and king cannot escape. Let's go to the next one. Here, right away, I see the queen. And I see the pawn on h3 that can help me for a checkmate. So, what's the correct move here? Queen to h7 or queen to g4? Which one do you like better? The checkmate is queen to h7, right? Let's go to 131. Here we have a queen, knight, bishop around the black king. And the checkmate is queen g7. Right? Knight is supporting the queen, and that's checkmate. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this one I have to explain you. When you have a puzzle like this with so many pieces, always ask yourself what is the only move that black king can go to. Right now there's only one. King can go to c6. So that means we have to play a move, make a check, and not allow the black king to go to c6. And I'm sure you found the move, bishop to b5. Pay attention to the piece. King cannot go to c7 because the knight. Bishop is attacking the king. King cannot go to e7 or e6 because the pawn and the knight. And cannot go to d8 because the rook. This is called in chess coordination of the chess pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces working together to checkmate the king. Let's go to 133. We have a knight, and knight is protected by the rook. Excellent, right? Right now, the king can move only to h8. The checkmate is queen to h7. Right? Because knight protects the queen and the rook protects the knight. Let's see number 134. Okay, what do we do here? Right, there are two checks. Rook f8 or rook e7. Which one is checkmate? Rook f8, because the king cannot capture on f8, bishop is protecting the rook. That's it. Pay attention how white king is helping for a checkmate, because black king cannot run away. Let's go to 135. What do we have here? Right away I see this bishop around the king, knight, pawn, queen. Right, queen, our queen cannot move because we are pinned here. So what do we do here? Okay, I am giving you two options. One is knight h6 check or knight e7 check. Which one is right? Of course, knight h6, right? Because if you play knight e7, black queen can take the knight. Checkmate. Right? Look at this. King cannot capture the bishop because the queen protects the bishop and there is no space for a black king to move. Let's see, 136. Right away I see this pattern here, right? That this queen on c4 can be discovered. Like when you are in those kind of situations, the black king is really in danger, right? So we already learned about double check. And we know when we play double check, the only way to escape is to move the king because you are in check with two pieces. So this is a checkmate. There is no way that black king can move. Let's see 137. What do I see here? Two knights in the center of the board. There's a pawn on d5 helping me and also pawn on g5 helping me for the attack. Rook is far away from the attack, right? So let's find a move, check the king, and make a checkmate. I give you two options, knight f5 or knight c6. Which one is correct? Knight to c6, checkmate. King cannot move to d8, check, right? Let's go to 138. I see right away those two bishops here. They trap the king, and there's a rook on g8. Okay, so now we have to find a check. There is one here, rook h8, rook g7. So which one is checkmate? Correct answer is rook to h8. You have two bishops and the rook surrounding the king. Let's go to 139. This one is very nice. Look, how many pieces are attacking the black king right now? Count them. I see 4 pieces. Queen on h6, bishop on c2, helping on this diagonal, rook on f7, and knight on g6. Now, we have to find a check. Which one is correct? Queen h7 or knight to g6? Correct move is knight to g6 because there is a pin. Pawn on h7 cannot capture the knight on g6. Queen is checking the black king. Now, again, this is called in chess smothered checkmate. King is smothered by his own pieces. Let's go to 140. We have a knight, queen, and a rook. There are many checks here, 3 of them. So which one is correct? Rook to g3, queen to h8, or knight to h6? The correct one is knight to h6. Because if you play rook g3 or queen h8, king can capture the knight on f7. So this is correct move. Checkmate. There is no place for black king to move. 141. Again, immediately I see this knight on e6. I see this knight on g4 that can jump and attack the king. 2 rooks here. Right, so let's find a checkmate. Knight to f6, checkmate. Of course, not knight to h6 because rook can capture or bishop. So knight f6, checkmate. Look at this beautiful checkmate with the 2 knights. Right, 2 knights surrounded the king. Wonderful. Let's see 142. What do we have here? Immediately I see this bishop on d5. Then I see this bishop on f4 that can join the attack. Right? The other pieces are too far away, like rooks are far away. So there is only one check, of course. Bishop h6, checkmate. Right? King cannot move. Let's see 143. Oh, right away, I see this king trapped in the corner, smothered with his own pieces. I know that one piece can checkmate, can do a smother mate. Right? Knight jumps, check, and checkmate. Let's see 144. What do we have here? I see this rook that is blocking the king, so king cannot escape. Knight is also in a great position because king cannot go to h8 and f8. Also, we have a pawn, so that pawn will help us for a checkmate. So I give you a choice. Is rook g7 checkmate, rook f8, or h7? Which one is a checkmate? Only one. Correct move, rook to g7. Now, I'm getting a red line here. This is a mistake. Rook to g7 is the correct move. Right? So we have to change this puzzle. There is a mistake here. Rook g7 and king cannot escape. Let's see Let's see the 145. Okay, we have pawn on h6, knight on f5, rook on h1. So how do we checkmate? This is a smothered mate again, but this time with a pawn checkmate. King cannot escape. Let's see 146. Right away, I see those two rooks lined up, right? And they are attacking bishop on f8. Bishop is not protected, so rook f8 is a checkmate. Let's see 147. Again, if I'm going too fast, just stop the video and take a little bit more time. Okay, I have a rook on e1. The king cannot escape, right? So what's the checkmate here? Queen to h8, checkmate, right? King cannot move. That's it. Let's go to next chapter. What do we have here? Immediately I recognize this king is trapped in the corner, smothered with his own pieces. We are just looking for check. So knight f7, checkmate. Let's go to 149. What do we have here? Okay, again, king trapped. This pawn, pay attention to this pawn. Pawns can help for a checkmate, right? This pawn got so far into the black side of the board, and it's very dangerous. So knight f7, checkmate. 150. We had this before, right? We have a bishop, queen. They work very nicely together, right? Queen e7, checkmate. Let's go to 151. What do we have here? Queen on h6, knight on e7, right? King is in the corner. Now, pay attention to this knight on e8. It is blocking the rooks, disturbing them. The rooks are not supporting each other. And that's a very bad place for a knight. Usually, when a knight goes to the edge of the board, it's a bad place, right? So now we can take on f8 and checkmate. This would not happen if the rooks could protect each other. So what you have to do with those puzzles is not only to find a checkmate, but you also have to remember, right, what was wrong, right? So this knight on e8 is in a wrong place. Let's go to 152. What do we have here? We have a rook, bishop, and a knight surrounding the king. I am going to give you three choices. Knight f8 check, bishop f6 check, or bishop to f8 check. Only one is correct. And that's knight to f8, checkmate. Let's go to 153. What do we have here? I see the rook on f8. That can help, right? Pawn is oh wow, look at this pawn. It can become a queen. And the bishop is protecting the pawn. Checkmate in one move, right? Which one is correct? Take the queen or rook to g8. Correct move is pawn to h8, queen. And look, king cannot go to g6 because the bishop on d3. Checkmate. Let's go. Stay focused. Couple of more puzzles and we're going to finish this study. What do we have? Look, we have a bishop on h7 protected by the knight. Queen is on h6. We have to find a good check, right? I'm going to give you two options. Queen f8 check or queen f6 check. Which one is correct? Of course, queen f8, right? Because if you take on f6, the queen is going to recapture your queen. So queen f8, checkmate. Let's see 155. We have only two pieces attacking the king, bishop and the queen. Now, which one is correct? Queen h8 check or queen h6? If you play queen h6, rook can block. So this is the correct one. Queen to h8. Checkmate. 156. What do I see? Immediately I see this pawn on h6. I know it can help me, right? Because it's around the king. Knight on f6. Right? Look at this. Knight is blocking the king. King cannot go to g8 to e8. Cannot go to g7 because the pawn. And then we have a rook on e1. So what's correct move? Rook e8 or knight to h7? Correct move is rook to e8. Pay attention how pieces are working together. Knight is supporting the rook. Pawn is working, helping, right? So that's how the chess game is played. Let's see the next one. 157. Immediately I see this rook down there. What is he doing down there? Right? Knight on f8. Right? So we just have to find a smart check. And that smart check is a double check. We know if you play double check, the queen is not going to be able to take this rook. So how many kids would just go here and capture the queen? Like they say, oh, queen, let's get the queen. Right? But there is always a better move. Right? When you have a good move, then look for a better one. So here, double check. Oops, checkmate. Much better than take the queen, right? So look, now queen cannot take the rook because the knight is checking the king. Checkmate. 3 more puzzles and we are done. Let's go, come on. Focus. We have a rook on f7, bishop on d5, bishop on h6. So now which one is it? I know it's a double check, but the question is this the correct move? Rook g7 or rook f8? I know you found the right one. And the right one is rook to f8. Double check. Pay attention. Knight cannot capture the bishop because the rook is checking the king. The rook cannot capture the rook because the bishop is checking the king. Double check. That's the most dangerous check. Usually you leads into a checkmate. Let's see 159. Oh, what do we have here? We have this great knight. King cannot run away. Right? We also have a rook here. So the question is, how do we checkmate here? So I am going to give you two choices. Knight f6 check or rook to e8 check. The correct move is knight to f6. Great. And let's do the last one. Wow, what do we have here? Ooh, how many pieces? First, we have to figure out what's going on. Look, I see the bishop right away, kind of controlling the black king. I see the rook here. Look at this. King cannot escape. Then I see this knight in the center of the board that can jump around the king. That's what I see immediately, right? Now, those other pieces like rook, this bishop here cannot, even queen, cannot really help me immediately for the attack. So what do you think? Okay, I give you two choices. Knight f6 check or a knight d6 check. Which one is correct? Of course, knight f6, right? Because if you go to d6, bishop takes you. Knight f6, check. Look at this. Check in the center of the board. That's why castling is important, right? You have to do the castling. Because here, look at this. King is trapped in the middle of the board. Hey, boys and girls, I hope I was a good friend with those checkmates in one. Help you a little bit so you are not alone when you are doing those puzzles. So now you need to go back and do those puzzles on your own. And I would suggest you do them in this study 33D in NYChessKids account, or you can do those positions on the paper, right? Mom and dad can print the PDF file from our website and you can do it on the paper. Hey, have a good night. Enjoy yourself and I hope you're gonna dream about chess pieces. See you. Bye bye.